making marijuana illegal is not going to stop most people from smoking. It is just going to force desperate people into the hands of the shady drug dealers. And by legalizing marijuana, the state estimates the proposal could generate $1.3 billion a year in tax revenue. For the Prop 19 legalized marijuana, it states that every year thousands of college students lose the ability for financial help due to marijuana convictions. Passing Prop 19 will allow these individuals to be accused by their academic and professional performance instead of their irrelevant personal history. John states that if marijuana were taxed like alcohol or tobacco, at the same time, relaxing laws against use of marijuana would save nearly $8 billion in legal cases. He also states that in his studies that in a 2004 report by the Drug Policy Office said drugs cost Americans more than $80 billion related to health care, lost productivity, and crime in 2002. That study jumped the effects of marijuana with more dangerous drugs such as cocaine and heroin. In this recent study, marijuana could be used for medical purposes. For many people suffering from chronic or terminal illness, the pain is nearly unbearable. Significant tests have proven that marijuana could help to reduce pain in many ailments. John also states that in Sacramento already collects around $18 million in sales tax a year from $200 million worth of medical marijuana purchases. According to that, according to data from California State Board Equalization, the state's marijuana yield is conservatively valued at $14 billion annually, nearly double the combined value of our vegetable and grape crops. In a 2006 study, Jetman from MSN Money calculated that marijuana was one of the biggest cash crops in the U.S. with 56 million plants worth almost $36 billion. In a 2007 study, John Jetman valued the American marijuana trade at $103 billion annually between drug enforcement and potential taxes. The federal government and the states were losing almost $42 billion a year by keeping marijuana illegal. The financial and human prior that we currently pay for criminalizing pot is way too high. California, which the criminalizing law level marijuana possession in 1975, arrested more than 78,000 people for marijuana offenses last year alone. nearly 30% increase since 2005. In this recent study, the U.S. Marijuana arrest jumped from 287,850 in 1991 to 872,720 in 2007. During the same period, people reporting marijuana use in the past year went up from 19.2 million to 25.2 million. Researcher Ronald Fraser says that according to him, the purpose of law enforcement is to keep us safe instead of spending millions of dollars each year arresting young people for possessing small amount of marijuana. You might use the freedom, money, and manpower to work on unsolved violent crimes instead of purchasing marijuana. Enforcement cases, marijuana possession arrests in 2006 cost taxpayers about $77 million, or about $11,500 per arrest. At this price, if marijuana possession arrests do not cut drug use, why do we have it? But according to the FBI's most recent data, approximately 70,000 people, 870,000 people nationwide were arrested on marijuana violations in 2007. California spends hundreds of millions of dollars to enforce marijuana prohibition, while law enforcement focuses over increasing resources on arresting marijuana users. According to Lipton, he says that every year thousands of college students lose the ability for financial help due to marijuana convictions. Passing Prop 819 will allow these individuals to be assessed by their academic and professional performance instead of their irrelevant personal history.
All right, we got to stop you here. It's been 8 minutes, and the last argument I've heard twice now.